Hi, I'm Adam Snyder, Managing Editor for North America at the FinTech Times, and I am here with John Lunn, President and CEO of Gr4vy. John, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you.
John, it's good to be here. We'd love to hear a bit about Gr4vy. Tell us about your company, what your focus is, the work.
Yeah, so we're what's now known as a payments orchestration company, and we're a cloud payment orchestration company. So what we do is we help retailers or businesses around the world connect all the payment types they need without having hundreds of engineers. So we've basically taken payments and turned it into no code and made it much easier for merchants and retailers to innovate.
I think ease is definitely something that merchants, especially those online, are looking for these days. So tell me, what have the last 12 to 18 months looked like for you?
Well, we launched, that's the first thing, so totally crazy. So we're 6 months old, we launched in April. So it's been build a product, raise some money, grow, et cetera, et cetera. So you name it, for a startup, we're in that crazy first year. So.
That crazy first year is a fun first year, and I can definitely say that from experience. So I asked this question having an idea of what the answer is at a macro level, but I'm going to ask it anyway, which is, what's your biggest focus right now?
Growth, of course. So it's all about going quicker on everything, getting product out faster, getting more customers on board. Really, it's heads down, wheels turning, just get the company growing and growing.
Absolutely. So, given the way the world changed with COVID and online volume, whether all of us working from Zoom, all of us shopping from home, DoorDash, this, that, you name it.
Yeah.
There's an obvious need for a payments cloud. That makes complete and utter sense. But I guess on the flip side, when there's an opportunity, the other side of the coin is a challenge. So what would you say is the biggest challenge, both for your company and for the industry at large that you serve?
So, the opportunity is it got crazier. The challenge is it got crazier. So they're almost the same thing. So what happened is, before COVID, if you were a retailer, 15% of your business was going online, and then I've had a couple of bumps in it, a few little holes. That was okay, you could get away with it. Along comes COVID, it's 100% of your business. Those little holes became massive potholes. So the challenge has been for the industry to totally pivot towards online, and then a consequence of that is my payment system ain't gonna cut it. Alongside that, along comes all these new payment types. So people stuck at home don't necessarily have credit cards. We've seen buy now, pay later rise really, really fast for certain generations. We've seen the rise of wallets, like cards and debit cards going down, wallets going up. So it's almost like my payment system's not up to it, and my God, I need to do 10 new payment types. So it's been like a beautiful time for us in the a lot of challenges plus systems that need updating, and we launched in the middle of COVID, and if anything good comes out of COVID, it was the perfect time to launch for us.
That's great. So then what would you say the next 12 to 18 months look like? It seems like COVID's waning. Maybe people start going back to stores more. I imagine, payments are what they are.
Sure. I actually don't think they will go back as much as they did. I think demographics that traditionally only shopped in store had to shop online during COVID and actually got good at it. So I think you'll find it is not going to go back to where it was before. It's actually, it's already accelerated e-commerce like 6 times, I think they're saying. And I think it's really changed things. So I think the next 12 to 18 months is going to be very much what it's like today. It's going to continue the way it is.
That's interesting. So then with that, technically, from a tech standpoint, what's on your radar?
So us, it's technically, it's getting all of these payment types available as they come out. It's making sure that retailers can keep up with the latest changes that are going on in regulation, GDPR, et cetera, and just giving merchants the flexibility to move quickly. So the tech challenge is retailers are all universally moving to the cloud, so they need to bring their payment stack with them to the cloud. And so that's the biggest change here.
That's interesting. So where does crypto fit into your roadmap or your scope?
So we're already looking at crypto as a checkout option. The way that we work is that a retailer will say, I'd like to do crypto, or I'd like to do open banking or something similar to that, and then we add it to the stack. So we're ready to go. We just need a retailer to say they want it, which is actually going to happen very, very soon. For us, it's exciting. The way that we've built Gr4vy to be so flexible, we give a retailer an opportunity to try crypto. Whereas at the moment, if you're a large retailer and you think, I wonder what will happen with a crypto checkout, it's probably an 8-month implementation cycle, and that's not necessarily resources you can spare. With us, it's 3 clicks, it's on, we can deploy it to 5% of your customers. You can see how it goes for 5 days. If it doesn't work out, switch it off, it's not cost you anything.
Gosh, that does sound like gravy. So just one last question. You know, you can't, I don't know if this is your first Money 2020
No,
or
it's not, no.
multiples. So what did you really want to achieve here?
So what I wanted to achieve and what I necessarily achieved are 2 different things. So we came, I mean, it's not a place for us to find clients. There's not a lot of retailers or merchants here at 2020. It's about partnerships. So about finding the companies we can work with to grow quicker, either to distribute Gr4vy or to work with so that we can connect to them to provide payments.
That's great. So this is John Lunn from Gr4vy. I think this is a company to watch, and it's certainly one we'll be reporting on more in the FinTech Times in the future. So John, thank you so much for your time.
Cheers. Thank you.
Appreciate it.